Good morning. How are you today? Hope that you are fine. Please, we are going to start our our second term actually, unit number 6. Okay, so are you ready, primary 6? This is great. Please go and get your O-level book in order to start our unit. I'm going to wait for you for just one little bit until you go and get your book, and also get a pencil or highlighter with you in order to highlight or underline the most important parts in our unit. Okay, so are you ready? This is great. I want all of you please to open page 1 in your book and then move with me to slide number 3 in order to check what is the topic that we are going to talk about today. Today we are going to talk about a school concert. So what does it mean, concert? Are you ready? Okay. Concert means musical performance given in public by students or performers. They are using some musical instruments in order to give this performance. Let's see what happened with Karim and Mona. Karim and Mona are going to be our characters or our conversation characters for today. So please, let's move with them in order to see what happened, okay? In today's conversation, Karim is cleaning up the music room to help his teacher to get ready for the concert. Mona wants to help him. Okay, you can look at your book page 1, or you can move with me to slide number 4 in order to check or to see the conversation. Let's start. Hi Karim, what are you doing? I'm helping Mr. Khalid clean up the music room. Please underline or highlight, I am helping Mr. Khalid clean up the music room. We can say both, I'm helping Mr. Khalid clean up or to clean up. Both are right. I am helping Mr. Khalid clean up the music room. He's getting ready for the concert. Can I help you? Sure. You can move the bass. Please highlight or underline the bass. Okay, so let's move to the next. Put it over there by the window. By the window here means beside the window. Oh, I can't lift it by myself. It's so heavy. Here, I'll take it. Look out, there is a box behind you. Ah, what's going on in here? Here is the teacher. She comes. We are just cleaning up. So, can you figure out what was the main idea for this conversation? Yes, they are two friends. They are trying to help each other in order to help Mr. Khalid to get ready for the concert. So they are cleaning the music room, as you can see here in your book or in our presentation. They are cleaning the music room and they are moving the musical instruments in order to put them in order for the usage. Okay, so what happened while they are preparing themselves or preparing the room for the party? They were trying to move the bass. Okay, what is the bass that we have underlined it? It's something like the cello. Do you know the cello? It's a very, very big string musical instrument. It makes a lovely sound actually. And they are both, we can say, they are a little bit similar to each other, the bass and the cello. Okay, so it's so heavy and they were trying to move it by the window, but it was too heavy for Mona. So Karim tried to help her to move this bass, and while he was moving it, he didn't watch out the box behind him. So what happened? Yes, exactly. And when the teacher just heard the mess, she just entered the music room and said, "What's going on in here?" Please highlight or underline what's going on in here. So, after finishing the conversation, did you understand? This is great. So I want all of you please to move with me to slide number 5 in order to check the new vocab or the new words that we have mentioned in our conversation. Concert. What does it mean, concert? As we said before, concert means Musical performance given in public by students or performers using musical instruments. Heavy, sure, bass or cello, and they are a little bit similar to each others. They are the same, a little bit the same, and they are the most, both of them, they are the biggest string musical instruments. Music room and behind. I think they are very easy, right? Okay, so this is great. Now please move with me to slide number 6 in order to check what are the language functions that we are going to check for today. Offering help. This is the first thing that we are going to talk about today. To offer help to someone, what are you going to say? Of course, you are going to say, can I help you? The answer is going to be as following. Even, sure, or yes, of course. Of course, there's no one will refuse help, right? And it will be a little bit rude to refuse help, right? Yes, exactly. So the most proper, or the most, what can I say, polite? Okay, let's see a little bit polite answer for this question or for this offer is sure or yes, of course. The second thing that we are going to talk about today is asking about someone is doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so we use these expressions in order to express an idea, so please keep this form here inside your mind. They are very important. So what are you doing? When you answer this, you can say, I'm cleaning up if you are alone, or if you are a group, you can say, we are cleaning up, or we are doing so and so and so. To this point, do you have any problem? I think no, they are very easy, right? Okay, so let's move to slide number 7. And here is the time for the new words. You are going to find these new words even on slide number 7 in our presentation or on page 2 in your book. So, are you ready? Okay, so let's see what we are having here. Tuba, cello, cymbals, drums, xylophone, electric keyboard, and please pay attention to this difference. Electric keyboard here means something like the org. Do you know the org? Yeah, so we use the electric in order to make it or to turn it on. It's a little bit different than the piano. For the piano, we don't use electric. We don't use electricity. It's non-electric instrument. Okay. So electric keyboard, harp. Are you ready? Please, I want all of you to repeat with me in order to check your pronunciation. You're the only one that will truly evaluate your pronunciation. So are you ready? Let's say them once again. Tuba, cello, cymbals, drums, xylophone. It's not xylophone, no, it's xylophone. Electric keyboard, harp. Let's move to slide number 8. And here you are going to find recorder and flute. Actually, recorder and flute, we can regard them also same. They are the same. But actually, the difference here, as you can see, is the possession of using it in order to make the tune or in order to make the sound. For the recorder, I think you are using it vertically like this, and the flute, as you can see here in the picture, we are using it like this. So this is the most obvious difference between both of them. So let's say them once again, recorder and flute. Actually, there's a little bit a difference between both of them in the tune, but it's a little slight difference. We're not going to go to this point. Okay, we have done with the new vocab. Were they easy? I think they were, right? This is great. So let's move to slide number 9 in order to start our practice time, which means the grammar lesson. The past simple tense. Actually, we have mentioned the past simple tense loads of times before, right? Okay, it's very easy. So let's remember what is the past simple tense. We use the past simple tense in order to talk about all the actions that started and finished in the past. You know the timeline of our life: past, now, which means the present, and then what's coming next, which means the future. So the past here, in the past, we are talking about all the actions that started and finished in the past, and we have done with this. Okay? So what about the key words? We are having last, ago, yesterday. What else? Yes, once upon a time, long, long ago. All of these are in plus an older date, like in 2019, 2015, and so on. So all the words that refers to the past, we regard them keywords for the past simple tense. Okay, now what about the form? You know quite well that the past simple tense divided into two parts: the regular, or what can we say? The well-behaved verbs, and the irregular or the naughty verbs. Let's start with the regular verbs. The regular verbs end with D or ED or IED. When we can put ED, when we can put D, and when we can put IED. Actually, if the verb ends with E, we are going to put D in order to turn it into the past form. Like what? Do you know? Yes, like, liked. Okay? And we can put IED if the verb ends with the consonant plus Y. So in this case, what are we going to do? We said before that consonants are very strong, so they kick away the Y and we put IED instead, right? Okay, like what? Study, it's going to be studied. And the rest of the verbs, if they don't follow the rules of both case or of the previous cases, so in this time we are going, or in this case we are going to add only D. Is this right? No. Actually, please concentrate very well. You are a little bit mixed between when we can put ED and when we can put D. If the verb ends with E, we put only D. If the verb doesn't end with E and it doesn't end with the consonant plus Y, so in this case we are going to add ED. Okay? Okay, so let's see an example for this. Last year she played the flute. Miss, here is the Y. No, honey. Please concentrate. But before the Y, there is a vowel. We can find A. And vowels are too weak to kick away the Y. So in this case, we are going to add only ED to the end of the verb. Okay? Let's move to slide number 10. The interrogative form. The interrogative, of course, all of you knows that it means the question form. We are having yes and no question and the WH question. To start with the yes and no question, we start with did plus a personal pronoun like he or she or you or they, or a noun, of course, plus verb infinitive. For example, did he play the tuba? So you can answer with yes he did or no he didn't. What about the WH question? WH question means that you are going to use a WH word for the question, right? Okay, WH word like what? What? Where? When? Who? Why? And how? Okay, so in this case we are going to use a WH word plus did plus personal pronoun plus verb infinitive. For example, how did they play the tuba? How did they play the tuba? They played the tuba well. Okay? To this point, do you have any problem? Okay, now let me ask you before we are going to move to slide number 11. Just let me ask you, in order to use the negative form of the past, what are we going to use? The negative form of the past. Yes, exactly. Didn't plus verb infinitive. Exactly. Okay, so let's move to slide number 11 in order to watch out what are the irregular verbs, the irregular past verbs. Let's see. Get ready, it's going to be got ready. Put, it's going to be put. Take, took. Go on, went on. Give, gave. Write, wrote. Sing, sang. Woke up, it's going to be woke up. Wake up, sorry. Wake up, it's going to be woke up. Woke, of course, for walking, it's going to be walked. But wake up, it's going to be woke up. To this point, we are going to finish our session for today. I'm really very happy to be with you this semester. I'm going to wait for you in the next video. Thank you so much for your attention.